I'm shy. Tuning in a homeroom with Smooth. Class is now in session.
Yo, what's up? So listen, welcome to the Homeroom with Smooth podcast. This is episode number 238. All right. Episode number 238. I figured I'd do this one live because why not? Why not do this one live? Why not, you know what I'm saying, have some good drinks. Let's have some good laughs at just Pearly Things expense. All right. So just Pearly Things. She's consistently, has I don't know what she's going for now. Like you've built the audience now. Like you're now big enough to where you don't have to do the things that you're doing. Yet she does them anyway, okay? She continues to do things that I don't know why she does them. I genuinely don't know. I genuinely don't know. If someone could educate me as to why she does the things she does, that would be quite the educational experience. I would love to know why. I would honestly, but there's no excuse. Like so what we're gonna first do, we're gonna walk through her on Piers Morgan, then we're gonna go to her pedophile endorsing pedophilia endorsing comments, and then we'll go into the slavery um endorsing comments and like commentary around race and the stuff that she does that does all of that. We're gonna walk this thing down. And a lot of people are gonna catch some strays. There's a lot of Twitter accounts. I'm on here live on Twitter, so there's gonna be a couple of Twitter accounts. Y'all just finna catch it like by a stray because y'all decided to comment back to me. You literally should have just not responded. But anyway, I love content, so here we go. Let's jump into let's jump into Pearl. I'm gonna pop that up that big. Yeah, we let's what happened to Pearl.
Is that we're really facing a crisis of societal conscience where someone
Mm,
like Pearl, who engages in hate speech, and actually the irony is she's complaining about being canceled, and yet she's on your platform. She has millions of viewers on the internet and on social media.
mm-hmm.
She's complaining about being canceled. The crisis is that this is what is profitable now. This clickbait, this type of racial incitement is profitable on the internet. And
Mm,
I'm sitting here listening to Pearl. I don't know if she's just plain stupid or she's actually quite intelligent and knows that what she's doing is so sensational that it's going to make her a lot of money. But I want to say one thing,
mm,
Pearl will disappear. She will disappear like many others before her because this is something that's just a moment in time. She's like a train wreck. It's like a car crash. For example, you know you shouldn't be looking at it, but you can't take your eyes off it. But I want to make one more point. I think it's so important,
She's cooking.
especially on this platform. Hatred is taught. Nobody is
Mm,
born like this. And I talk about it a lot in my book about the dangers of hate education. And
mm-hmm.
it's not something that we can debate, that we can engage in a rational argument with. You can see what her opinions are. She thinks women shouldn't vote. Women shouldn't have the right to divorce. She thinks that women shouldn't be able to work. She says these
I didn't say
crazy
that.
things
Now you're putting words in
about
my
Hitler.
mouth.
But there's
Now you're
no
putting words in my
rational,
mouth.
please don't interrupt. There's no rational argument with
Mm-hmm.
someone like this. And this is a mistake that my community makes, the Jewish community very often, that they think they can bring facts to the table, that they can
Mm-hmm.
debate somebody like Pearl, and it's, you're going to
Why
get
are
somewhere.
you
You're not
here?
going to get anywhere. You're going to get somewhere only by shedding the light on this type of bigotry to expose
All right,
someone like her.
let me
the
just do a
crazy
monologue?
person
Okay.
that
Can't
she
even.
is.
All right,
Pearl. She did just do a monologue and she read you for absolute filth, okay? She did you dirty, she did you filthy. Like I don't know if anybody could have better articulated who Pearl is and who she has been. All right. Now you're probably wondering because Pearl's like, oh, I didn't say that. You're misquoting me. You're misquoting me. Look, so here we go. Here we go. Let's jump. Let's jump right into what she said. Let's jump right into what she said because I took a screen grab of it. This is what Pearl said. I'm quoting here, and I am quoting here. 16-year-old chicks are hotter than 26-year-old chicks. That's what she said. That is what she said. And this is in conjunction with a tweet where she starts backtracking, well, she just starts segueing off into something else. She ended up deleting that tweet where she said 16-year-old chicks are hotter than 26-year-old chicks, but she let it stay up for at least 12 hours. It was up for at least 12 hours because I was like, dude, this can't be real. Like, you cannot really think this is an okay tweet. Like, this is something that's good to say. You know what I'm saying? She sent this like as I was finna get off work. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, this don't make no damn sense. Why would you say that? Why would you say that? And then here comes another dude, SD underscore STAJIC. Okay, underscore scatic, whatever the heck his name is. He said there's nothing wrong with this statement. In many states, the age of consent is 16. Regardless, a person, female in this case, has gone through puberty by 16. Pedophilia and attracted to a pubescent adult. Right? Right. Whatever. So I turned around and said, because I on the original post, my comment was when she commented that, what in the pedophilia is this? And then someone said a child is someone, a child is someone who is pubescent. A pedophile is someone attracted to a child. All right, cool, cool. That's fine and dandy. That sounds cool. That sounds cool. Till you get to, I think it's this tweet. I think it's this tweet. Nope, it's actually not that one. It's this other one. So let's pull this up. All right. So this guy, before I go further down the thread, that other guy that said that pedophilia was what was that? He said the person is attracted to a child, and I said a child. My response back to him was a child. Okay, a child is someone that is not an adult. That's literally it. That's the prerequisite to be a child. Is someone that's not an adult. A subcategory of child is teenager, which is from 13 to 17. Therefore, you would still be a pedophile being attracted to a 13 to 17-year-old. You would be. You would be. You're a different type of pedophile, but you're still a pedophile. You know what I'm saying? And right now, due to somebody on Facebook commenting to me, there actually is not a word for that yet. But I'm just gonna call y'all pedophiles too, because you shouldn't be looking at them like that. Like, there's no rational world where you look at them like that. And then it continues, and you are an adult by 18 because the government said so. Isn't America isn't the only country. And and then he lists some mess about the age of consent in a bunch of different countries, like, which is wild to me. I don't know why you just have that readily available. Wrong is wrong. Or that's my response to them. Wrong is wrong. Law isn't substitute for morality. It exists to support it. Okay, tell me what is right and how old is no longer wrong. And I was like, okay, I will humor you. I'm going to pretend. Like you are the dumbest person on earth. I'm pretending like you're a fucking moron. And I said this: when the age of the person is something you wouldn't have no problem sharing with the world, when the age of the person doesn't give you that rush that you are doing something you shouldn't be doing, when you and that person can go have a drink together, when you and that person can go anywhere in the world together, a guilt-free relationship, one should you don't have to sneak or look over your shoulders about. All right. Morally speaking, and this means speaking morally speaking, of course. And then I said the laws exist to set a limit to the depravity, as some people would take it too far. And then I went on to list ages that can date each other, and you could tell me if you agree in the comment section down below. I said 18 to 25 can date each other. That's the college ages. 23/24 to 33 can date each other. And I said it's kind of pushing it, but maturity matters. You know what I'm saying? If somebody's mature enough at 23, 24 to date somebody 10 years older than them, fuck it, whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna mind my fucking business. You're grown as hell at that point. And then you have 27 and up can date each other. So if you're above 27, you can date who the fuck you want. You can date whoever the fuck you want, man. Like, you literally can. I don't care. I don't care. And that's how I feel. That's how I feel about that stuff. But that's what made Pearl's comments so disgusting to me, because at the end of the day, she really, really like felt there was nothing wrong with that statement. Like, because I know before she tweets, because she has to be a little subconscious. She has to be. I mean, she can't keep a man. She has to be a little subconscious, right? Right. So I feel like because she's subconscious, you know what I'm saying, and her man left her for an older woman. And she does all that young woman talk. Oh, young woman, blah, 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 blah. Like, no, the dudes don't want her because, you know what I'm saying, she's easy. You know what I'm saying? She thinks, oh, okay, we're talking, blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna give it up to you, boom, boom, boom. Like, and then we're gonna be together. Like, no, that's not how that works. Like, most of these dudes don't even like you. You know what I'm saying? And you're posturing, you're pandering, and your show towards racist people. You platform like your Nick, you know, before I go down that road, her with her platform and Nick Fuentes and all that, before I go down that road, let me digress and go back. She real deal thinks, okay, because a 16-year-old is allegedly hotter than a 26-year-old, that it is okay for men to want the 16-year-old. That is false. That is false. Even in the scenario where there is a 16-year-old that is objectively like looks better than some grown woman, I'm still not going to look at that girl. I'm not. The moment I know she's 16, I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, my response is going to be, because I'm old now, I'm 32. I'm be like, damn, these kids is looking see, I'm twice her age. What the fuck? Look, I'm be like, these kids these days, what they putting in the water? I'm gonna sound like adults did my day. You know what I'm saying? When I was coming up. Because they're like, y'all kids, y'all getting grown so fast. They got to be putting some in the water. There got to be some chemical in the meat. Y'all need to stop eating the chicken. You know what I'm saying? Like, stuff like that. But in that regard, I really feel like Pearl just does not care. Pearl does not care. Like, she real deal keeps pushing this narrative for these degenerates so she can make money. That's it. She's only doing it to make money. That's the only reason why Pearl does the stuff that she does, is to make money. She cannot be doing the things that she's doing with any other purpose in mind. Like, it does not make sense. Like, categorically does not make sense to advocate for dating a 16-year-old. Like, to outwardly like, if you were like, there's no reason for public endorsement of that at all. That society, like, how does that push society in a positive direction? Like, what about that child like actually being able to like learn life? You know what I'm saying? Get to experience things as an adult. You know what I'm saying? You want to poach them immediately because, oh, they're a blank slate. I can imprint my will on them. Like, you sick fucks. Like, what's wrong with you people? And Pearl, as a woman, why would you want that of other women? Why would you want that? They're not objectively happier because of that. They're gonna be really fucked up. Really fucked. And I know a lot of people make an argument of, oh, well, back in the day, if a guy was 17 and a girl was 15, they could just go get married. So it wasn't like there wasn't suitors available their age. You know what I'm saying? Like, and sometimes women were given away. Whatever. It was a societal thing that doesn't make it right. Okay, that just means it was being done then. Just like what we're finna get into, slavery. It was a societal thing. People were doing it, but objectively, that does not make it right. That does not make it morally correct. Just because in mass, it was something that we were doing. Okay. Now let's get into these slavery slavery comments. All right, so let me pull all three of these up. Pull all three of these up. So the lucky account that's going to catch a stray today is what's buddy's name? The Danner Foundation. At Danner found so FOUNDATI1. Okay, so his at name is Foundation without the O in the N, and replace that with a 1. Okay, that is his name. That's what he does. uh so certainly let's see what he had to say here. All right, and this is in response to Florida. Okay, this is in response to Florida. All right, and I'm gonna circle this back. I'm gonna circle this back to Pearl. At the end of the day, I'm gonna circle this back to Pearl. So just rock with me here. All right. So this is in response to Florida trying to silver line, find the good parts of slavery, right? So here's what he said. Here's what Captain Moron said. So for all of you that look no further than the headlines, here are the standards. The small excerpt quoted is shown down below. There are over 20 pages of highly detailed benchmarks on slavery to be taught. It is certainly a truth that a slave who worked as a carpenter, tailor, or blacksmith had a great advantage when freedom came over another one who had never done anything but grow, pick, and tote cotton. Why is it wrong for students not to have this fact brought before them to ponder? Maybe that will answer the question as to how their great grandfather got into the cabinet making biz fucker so easily when the freedom came. That's these motherfuckers act like, oh my god, like the light switch went on. You're free. Everything's okay. Like, no, there was still widespread discrimination. Okay, widely spread discrimination. The business still owned, and now a large family owned hardware store catering to contractors and making custom doors, windows, and cabinets. This part of the evolution of slaves to freedom. This is a part of the evolution of slaves to freedom, much as anything else. This jackass. Okay. Ooh. Sorry, picked the wrong button. Next tweet. All right. So for some reason he thinks that he was cooking there. And then he goes on to post this excerpt, and it says one of the standards, explain early congressional actions regarding the institution of slavery, i.e., the Northwest Ordinance of 1787. Then you have the 3/5 Compromise, the Act prohibiting the importation of slaves in 1808. Explain the effect of the cotton gin industry on the expansion of slavery due to Eli Whitney's cotton gin. Clarification. One, instructions include the use of a map to show westward expansion. Examine the various duties and trades performed by slaves: agricultural, painting, carpentry, tailoring, domestic service, blacksmithing, transportation. Instructions include how slaves develop skills which in some instances could be applied for their own personal benefit. Listen, that's fucking insane. They were a slave. They were a slave and they had nothing. Most of the time they went to work for somebody else. They weren't literally like, oh my God, I was able to just start a business. That was not most. All right. And then I want to just leave this up here because I just wanted to shame him while I talk about this. All right, and give him as much publicity that he wanted. So slavery, right? Let's get into slavery. Okay. Why would you think, number one, something so egregious deserves to be silver lined, okay, and cherry picked to a place where you can go, you know what? This was a good thing that came of it. No, no, okay. Nobody goes, oh, because you went and worked in an internment camp, or you are POW in Russia or wherever the heck you were, that you learned how to mine coal. So you took your coal mining skills and you went to Virginia and you went into the coal mines and you were able to make a decent living for yourself and your family after you got out the military. That would literally make no sense. At the moment I said that, everybody went like, "What? What are you talking about? That's crazy." That's exactly what you sound like. That's exactly. It's the same thing. You cannot take a victim and then go, you know what? Look, let me try and like make this make this a little positive, make this a little like happy for them. You know what I'm saying? Let me put a bow. Let me put a little fancy bow on top of this. Let me make this look good. Let me dress this up. Like, no, it's bad. It was wrong. It was categorically wrong. It was something that was absolutely despicable and sick. Ron DeSantis is absolutely, positively wrong. His educational department is wrong. All his voting constituents that continue to vote for him, you are also wrong. Okay, you see what his racism is and his fascist rhetoric is doing to Florida. Y'all are ruining your own place. Soon, y'all won't have Disney World. Y'all won't have y'all won't have Disney World. Y'all won't have a man, what's that called? Y'all won't have new houses in construction because y'all done kicked all those workers out because you were like, yo, we need to get rid of our free labor. Which is fucking nuts. And when I say free, it wasn't free. You know, you just got super cheap labor to build the houses and stuff that y'all so desperately, and infrastructure that you so desperately need built. But now most of the projects are left undone because there's no one to do the job. There's no, and nothing is going to get done on schedule, all because of DeSantis. And now all his cabinet members and everyone else, they're full blown panicking because they know the stuff's not going to get done and they can't walk it back because then they admit that this policy was racist and was wrong. So they'd rather be wrong and have you, the voting public, suffer than actually like own up to it. But to get into Pearl, to bring this back to Pearl, Pearl is purposely obtuse. She purposely, for some reason, she won't make a direct comment. She'll make this like roundabout. She does a lot of whataboutism and a lot of roundabout stuff, but all of her actions say that she's racist. See, platform Nick Fuentes, deleted the video, apologized for the video, then did something else with him, then had the video still up on like other platforms and stuff. And I'm just like, what is going on here? Like, why do you feel the need to defend that man? You know what I'm saying? Like, he don't want you. None of them do. You're not even designed like you. She made a comment about therapists, right? She made a comment about therapists and how a therapist that's not a therapist that isn't dating someone long term or married shouldn't be giving advice. Guess what? That's you. You shouldn't be online giving your opinions or advice because you're not married by anybody. Nobody even wants you. Your dude didn't want you. So like, what the fuck? All right. Then oh, that's my freaking lotto ticket. Anyway, I've been drinking. Look, so I'm be completely honest right now. I've been drinking, so I'm a little drunk. All right, I'm a little drunk, a lot of drunk actually. But it's okay. It is okay. It's Saturday. You know what I'm saying? Everybody deserves to wind down. Everybody deserves a little break. And I was supposed to anyway. I'm gonna try to stay focused. She platforms racist. She says like obtuse things. Because this is not that for Pearl. Pearl is not her first time making comments about slavery. She then made another one talking about like wasn't so bad. Like saying it wasn't so bad. Like who says that? Who really does that? And she has all these other like African and black people that she works with. You know what I'm saying? And they support her. And I'm just like, how are y'all in the room with her? How are y'all in the same room as Nick Fuentes? Like, how are y'all supporting this lady? Like, she literally does not give a fuck about anybody but the bottom line. and $1, and how she can somehow magically get a man. That's all she cares about. That's all she cares about. She does not care about you, your society, or the things that you've gone through, or any of that. She literally uses black people, and I said this before in another video, to basically spice up her boring ass. Because honestly, if it was just her show, nobody would fucking tune in. Nobody. Even if she had other white people on there, nobody would tune in. It most of the time, most of her comments, she makes them towards black women. She has black women on her show to kind of like validate her or whatever and bring her clout and popularity. Like she's nobody outside of that. Once you strip away the black people that have made her show, because the first clip of her that went viral wasn't even her. Wasn't even her. It was this black dude. It was this black dude, and he said something really reasonable. And every dude that I seen reposting it was like, yo, protect this dude at all costs. He's making sense. Like this was at the start of like the red pill stuff. You know what I'm saying? And he wasn't even red pill. He just made a reasonable comment. You know what I'm saying? I even agreed with his comment. It was reasonable. And I just find myself in a weird place. Like, how do y'all as black people still support her? She doesn't like, well, she likes black people, obviously. She tried dating one, you know what I'm saying? She tried giving it up to one, you know what I'm saying? But nobody wants her, man. I think I might, yeah, I don't know what to say. Like, how do y'all do it? How do you do it? How do you sit next to somebody knowing that fundamentally they do not give a damn about you? Okay, outside of their bottom line, of course. You know, they're gonna be like, "Oh man, I need you for the content. I need you for the episodes. You know, I need you. I love you. I appreciate you. I don't want you to leave." But meanwhile, behind your back, they're like, "I don't give a fuck about you. I just need you till I can replace you with somebody else." That's really what it is. So I think it okay. I'm gonna get rid of Danner. I'm done with Danner. I'm done with him. I'm done with him. And Pearl deserves every bit of hate and alleged canceling that's coming her way. She deserves all of it. And eventually this is gonna pass. And she's not gonna be here no more. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody else, like people are gonna outgrow her. They're gonna realize what it is. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna wake up to it and they're gonna realize what the heck they're doing. Just like the those black Republicans that are now going at DeSantis, and now they're being like eviscerated by the Republican Party because they're like, no, he's right, you're wrong, and there's nothing wrong with it. You should just accept DeSantis' racist policy, and that's from the people in the Republican Party. And so now those black cats, those 4 black candidates, they have to be at an impasse. They have to be wondering like, what have I gotten myself into? What did I sign up for? Why? Oh, why? Oh, why? Oh, why? Am I this far in? Am I this far invested into somebody that doesn't care about me? You know, group of whole conservative individuals that don't give a damn about you. They don't give a damn about your black ass. But yet you will still sit there and you'll defend them. You know what I'm saying? And then you get mad when other black people call you a coon because we realized what was going on ahead of time. Like fucking what's his name? Fucking Ice Cube. Like, bro, like he expected Obama to be like the savior. He's a black dude. I don't give a damn how long Obama was in power. You know what I'm saying? He could have had 3 motherfucking terms. Okay, he could have went on a historic 4 fucking terms. Okay, they wouldn't give a damn. People would not give a damn. He's black. They're not letting up on him. He's not getting no passes. He's not getting cut no slack at all. At all. He's not getting cut no slack. You know what I'm saying? And they don't want him to do anything. They want him to really be in the history books. Like literally Trump's whole first like 2 years was just literally like, oh, Obama said yes to that. Yeah, we're gonna erase that. We're gonna erase that. We're gonna get Obama everything that he did, his whole legacy. We're gonna get as much of it erased as possible. even if what he did was a good thing, don't matter. We don't want his name attached to it ever again, which is nuts. Which is nuts. But history is going to speak kindly upon Obama. You know what I'm saying? Was he perfect? Fuck no. Fuck no. What president? What president has been? You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna hold Obama to some higher standard than I hold all the rest of these presidents to. Like, yes, okay, yes, he was a brother too. Okay, yeah, he should have did all this, that's and that. He didn't have the power to. You because for him to be able to do that, we would have had to collectively give him a Congress so he could do so. We did not give him a House of Representatives and a Senate so he could do so. We did not show up in that midterm when he could have really got things done effectively. We didn't show up in that midterm. And then when it was time to show up in another midterm, in the second term, we didn't show up again. We just keep not showing up. We'll show up for the presidential election. And even in that presidential election, we still didn't show up as much as we should have. We still didn't show up as much as we could have. We was wrong. Like we should have really stepped it up. We should have really stepped it up. That's on us. That's on us, the voting public. All right, on why? Okay, on why he did not uh do all the things that we thought he should have done. All right, like 50% is him, 50% is us. We dropped the ball on our end. He wasn't able to have a Congress to do what he needed to do. We could have at least gave him a Congress, so then we would have known. Then that would have got interesting, because then we could have really found out what the Democratic Party really stood for, and then they would have got exposed a long time ago for not really being like that friendly towards us either. But hey, that's neither here nor there. So listen, hopefully you enjoyed this podcast, you enjoyed the show. If you did, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe. If you're watching on Twitter, follow me on Twitter. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe. If you're watching on Facebook, leave a like on the like page, okay, or hit the follow button on the like page, whichever one floats your boat, man. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. I'm finna get up out of here. Peace.